This is Umar for BoxNation. Wow, what a mad 24 hours. I was up there on the podium with you saying I'm really looking forward to Shakur and Schofield. You obviously had inside knowledge. Just talk me through it, Eddie.
Yeah, I mean, look, I turned up late yesterday, and as I arrived here, they told me Floyd Schofield was in hospital. He said he'd been poisoned by Team Shakur, and I think that was retracted at some point. And then I spoke to the British Boxing Board of Control. I saw Floyd Schofield post all these photos of wires everywhere, and obviously at that point, I know there's no way the board are going to allow a fighter to compete in a few days who's got to spend the night in hospital. So I spoke to the board. They said, no, absolutely, he won't be allowed to fight. And that's it, it's all over. So at that point, went to His Excellency's house at about 1 in the morning with 3 options. And he went for the one that was ranked with the WBC, and obviously the one that had already got a big win in Riyadh season, beating Mark Chamberlain. And that was Josh Padley. So Steffi Ball got the bag packed, negotiated a great deal for his fighter and Tom Stalker, and changes his life. And Shakur fights, and that's the most important thing.
I know you're quite numb to things now, but your new American superstars done 12 weeks in the camp. Was your ass going a little bit?
No, it was go to work time, and that's why we're different. Because I wasn't going to allow Shakur Stevenson to not fight on Saturday. And when you're in the middle of nowhere in Riyadh, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday night, and a fighter's got a check weigh on Wednesday, your chances are limited. And that's when we come into our own, and that's when we deliver for our fighters. So I'm just happy that Shakur fights. He can showcase his skills, and I'm over the moon for Josh Padley. I know he's got a mammoth of a task, but he'll have a right go, and he'll earn a nice few quid. And you know, I'm just so pleased that Shakur gets to fight this weekend.
I love Mark Chamberlain, but he must be kicking himself a bit.
Yeah, well, he probably would have got the fight with Shakur. But it is what it is. Josh Padley beat Mark Chamberlain at Wembley, and now he's reaping the rewards.
Okay. So, to your knowledge, is Floyd Schofield still in hospital?
I've absolutely no idea. I've never met the guy. I don't know his old man. I don't represent him. Once the British Boxing Board of Control tell me he ain't fighting, he's out, mate. He's completely irrelevant to me. So, I don't know. Shakur told me 10 weeks ago, I promise you, this kid will not get in the ring with me. And when he landed in here, I text Shakur, I went, oh, your boy's here, told you he'd fight. He went, he won't fight me. I said, mate, he's there. He went, you'll see.
What next for Shakur? Tank?
We don't fights. This is a great fight for him, great showcase for him. But even Kid Schofield, we want the legacy fight. Deal with Padley Saturday, give us Gervonta Davis. That's the best fight in boxing. And Shakur is pound for pound, for me, best lightweight on the planet. So we want to prove it. So get Saturday out of the way, showcase, great opportunity on Riyadh season, and then let's make that fight happen.
I know things turned around with His Excellency in Canelo. They're obviously now working together in a 4-fight deal. Wouldn't say the relationship from the outside looking in with Tank and His Excellency is the best, but do you think he can turn it around?
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't see the whole, oh, I'm not going over there, I'm not worried, what's wrong with everyone? I mean, look, we're all here, we've been here for over a year, we're loving it, aren't we? I mean, fight fans are getting the best fights, our fighters are getting the best opportunities, it's great business for the promotional companies. How can it not be just a wonderful thing for boxers? So why fight it? Come join the party.
He's like the only one left now, really.
Yeah, listen, things change in boxing real quick.
Yeah, okay. Just a last one, Eddie. When we were on the podium yesterday, Frank was having a bit of a joke with you, but also said, like, what have you announced on DAZN? What do you make of his schedule, firstly?
Well, at the moment, I mean, when it was announced last week, there was 3 fights from them and 3 fights from us. His were Dillian White against Joe Joyce in the heavyweight night, Kakachi against Wood, and Josh Taylor against Eskerman. Esserman. And ours were Catchwell Barboza, Crocker Donovan, and Ben Eubank. I mean, they're all great cards. You know what I mean? So I can't believe we're all on DAZN, if I'm honest. But I want a better schedule than Frank Warren. Don't get it twisted. He's my mate. We like a nice bit of dinner. We're all getting on and we're all doing fantastically well. I still want a better schedule than him, and he wants a better schedule than me. And that's where we'll keep the competitive nature for the fight fans. So you ain't got to worry about that. But now you can watch it on one platform under one broadcaster. And DAZN continues to dominate the sport of boxing.
I spoke to Lee Wood recently, and I said to him, Eddie has said that it leaves a bit of a bad taste in his mouth, the Kakachi Wood fight, because obviously he vacated and didn't take the Nunes fight. Lee Wood did say that you've got to be careful what you say on camera. Did you see that response from him?
Me? I mean, can say what he wants. I get on well with Lee. I've got no beef with Lee Wood. It's nothing to do with Lee Wood. Kakashi vacated his title. So, yeah, I mean, you are the king of wind-ups, Umar, do you know what I mean? But I've got no beef with Lee Wood. In fact, Lee Wood should have, I mean, by the way, Lee Wood deserves it because he gave us some memorable nights. He should also have a picture of me in his lounge. Because he made a nice few quid with me.
On that note, we'll end there. Cheers, mate.
The fight card of the century, live on DAZN worldwide, February 22nd, with belts on the line all night, featuring an epic rematch, Beterbiev versus Bivol 2, for the undisputed light heavyweight championship.
Undisputed on the line.
Dubois versus Parker, defend or dethrone for the world heavyweight crown. Stevenson versus Schofield, superstars battle for lightweight world championship glory. Adames versus Silas, heavy hitters meet for the middleweight championship of the world. Ortiz Jr. versus Madrimov, knockout kings collide for the world super lightweight throne. Zhang versus Kabayel, titans clash for world heavyweight domination. Buatsi versus Smith, battle of Britain eliminator for a shot at the world title. The fight card of the century, February 22nd, with belts on the line all night. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.